Through the open darkness, through the fires, through the light of demons, I will seek the key, push my way through Satan, and cleanse the throne indeed. Walking fire, walking veil, walking darkness and reclaim, embrace the death inside. Step through the door with thy key, open your power and claim it be. I strike my fire, strike my flame to the door I engrave. Love thy pain, get into my desire, as I drink in thy lake of fire. Black souls enter as I command. I step to my throne with staff in hand. So now rise and take a knee, for I sit where I was supposed to be. As tattered glass breaks no more, and the last of my empathy is set free. Oh, all I have lost, I now regain. With a snap of my fingers I send home the very souls of the earth unknown. But the prophet's hand has shown the way as I step out from my grave. No more for this world, for it has come to an end, as the separation of soul and man. As time now ends, I exit my throne and step with my army to thy kingdom's door. And as I bring them now to heaven, he opens up thy door. For I now bend my knee to Father, and Mother takes me home. And with this moment it begins, a new one born to. Through the open darkness, through the fires, through the light of demons, I will seek the King. Push my way through Satan and cleanse the throne indeed. Walking fire, walking vain, walking darkness, and reclaim, embrace the death inside. Step through the door with thy key, open your power and claim it be. I strike my fire, strike my flame to the door I engrave. Love thy pain, get into my desire, as I drink in the lake of fire. Black souls enter as I command. I step to my throne with staff in hand. And as I bring them now to heaven, he opens up thy door. For I now bend my knee to Father, and Mother takes me home. And with this moment it begins, a new unborn to be fathers, one simple thought that is what was meant to be. Through the open darkness, through the fires, through the light of demons, I will seek the key, push my way through Satan and cleanse the throne. open to the world I see before me. I open up the dream that once was inside, and I unleash the power that I hold inside. No darkness can hold me, no light can hold me back.
Unseen whispers in the night, revealing secrets hidden from sight. With ancient wisdom I'll ignite the flames of truth burning so bright. Ethereal cards, they hold the key, unlocking mysteries, setting us free through swirling mist. The future I see, guiding souls like a river to the sea. Welcome to the unknown prophet's domain, where spirits dance and fortunes remain. Let the tarot unfold, let it explain the path that lies ahead with no refrain. In the night, revealing secrets hidden from sight. With ancient wisdom I'll ignite the flames of truth burning so bright. Ethereal cards, they hold the key, unlocking mysteries, setting us free through swirling mist. The future I see, guiding souls like a river to the sea. Welcome to the unknown prophet's domain, where spirits dance and fortunes remain. Let the tarot unfold, let it explain the path that lies ahead with no refrain.
Really? I can't believe that. Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Wacky Wednesdays. My name is Joshua Bleasy. I am the unknown prophet of Twitch. Welcome on in. I hope you're all having a fabulous day. Anyway, guys, my name is Joshua Bleasy. I do a custom-made homemade deck, my 5 paths tarot, to divine the best possible path for you. And also, today is Wacky Wednesday. We have your 3 verification decks on top as well. So, welcome Indigo, welcome Rosalind to the stream, guys. I really appreciate you guys being here. Without you, I just don't have a job. Anyway, this is kind of like, it's not necessarily a paying job for me, but it is a spiritual job for me. And when I miss a day, I really do feel like I let you guys down. And I know that my readings are helpful for a lot of people, and I try to keep it positive here and try to keep you guys in the right track. But I've got to return to telling people the truth again. More hardcore, no sugar coating stuff. I've been a little bit light with you lately, guys, and I have to try to come back to the full strength of me. You know, so, and that's just because the power reserves have been because of the hospital stuff. So anyway, as we get into this reading, Rosalind, throw me your numbers and your question, and please pick your verification deck. If you don't know how it works here, now on Wacky Wednesdays, you get to choose one of 3 decks. The Goddess deck, the Sacred Circle deck, or the Fairy deck to verify your reading. Whichever card deck you feel pulled to, please choose that one. Then you still choose the same numbers you have always chosen, 1 through 52, 1 through 10. 1 through 10 is your shuffle amount, 1 through 52 is your answer amount. When I add those numbers up, I get a numeral number. And that numeral number, like you said here, so I add 3 and 6, that's 9. So I'm going to shuffle 9 times that Goddess deck, and you'll get the 9th card in. So as I remove the 2 decks we don't need. Oh, shoot, God. Something fell over. I'm okay. All right. Getting this out of the way here. And what was your question for today, my dear? Did you... Oh, general reading. Okay, got you. So let me do my cleansing shuffle first. Get them in the right spot for you. Oh, they're already being talkative today, huh? Okay, let me do your verification deck. Here are your 9 official shuffles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And the 9th card is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the 9th card is now on top. And as we put that out here, and I'll tell you what that says in a second. Here are your shuffles. 6 and 3. Here we go. Here are your 6 official shuffles. 1, 2, God cards. 3, 4, 5, 6, and the 3rd card is, you have a 4 God card answer today, and the 3rd card is 1, 2, put the rest of these down here for now. All right, my friend, Rose. So, Rose, good. Well, I hope that's for the benefit. It looks like things have gotten better for you. I'll say that much. It looks like you're starting to embrace the joy of life again. And it looks like you're starting to finally feel happy from where you were to now. And I kind of feel like it's been this moment for you where you kind of dipped your toes into the realm of let's find out what the other side looks like, and now you like the other side, so we're not going back there, right? But the first card is saying that you're starting to recognize that you need to enjoy your life, move on in the future, move on in the present, to enjoy everything that's happening to you right now. And we're going to take that energy And as this card is going to be dealing out, now it is time for that pressure to finally stop building in us, and we're going to create a brand new world of some sort in our lives. For all intents and purposes, you will destroy one world to create another. I believe you've already been through this moment already, and we're already starting to forge that new path forward. We have allowed ourselves the freedom to finally see that the end of our path is our own, and now we are finally owning that path. We can move forward with the rest of the journey that is at hand. Now that we have all that we need, what do we need to do next? We are trying to find a way to walk down that unseen path, that one path that we've been scared to walk down for a long, long time. You're finally ready to face this one thing that's been stopping you from everything else that you want to have happen in your life. And if we can move past this one thing that keeps stopping you, the bullshit of your life, whatever that may be, if we can move past that and cut through the little grass reeds that are in our way, we can finally see that our dreams are getting very close, because we can see the end of our dock, and our dreams are at the end of the dock where we wanted to finally end up being. What does this mean? The reason why you've been going through all of this right now is to shine onto your world a brand new, happier day, to make things grow in your world in a better way, to shine that light onto you. It's like God took a golden blanket and wrapped it around you. You know, like when you take a blanket out of the dryer on a cold day, and you just got to wrap it around and you get that warm little hug feeling. That's about what they're doing right now. And your verification card is, you got my mocked fairness. This situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. So, your card reads, this is just a picture, but it reads, this situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. So, with your reading, general reading out of the way, let's see what the gods have to tell you. Some more information that you need to know about what's going to happen going forward. And I lied. You have a 5 god card reading. Whoops. My bad. That's a good thing, because that means I didn't know what was coming. All right. Anyway, let's see what the gods have to tell you today. So, to answer whatever question you've been posing to God lately, or wondering if you can get an answer to, it's about building that resilience up. This whole situation has been about building up that shield. It's about protecting yourself in the right way, not the wrong way. Still growing, but protecting ourselves. Allowing that stuff we need to come in to be that catalyst to move us forward, but not so much that we are drowning in it. We are seeing past our image finally and seeing a real reflection of who we are. Now we see the balance in us. Now we see the balance in who we are meant to be. We no longer have to pigeonhole ourselves into one little image of who we are. Now we can finally show who we really are by reflecting that onto others. It is now time to consider, it is time to take an easier path. Time to set goals, small goals on the way to a larger goal. Why do we do that? Because we're trying to get ourselves ready in an appropriate amount of time. No more rushing this process anymore. We've got to take our time, take every step and every moment as it comes to us until we reach the end of our goals, which is becoming exactly who we said we wanted ourselves to be. We're going to walk the walk, talk the talk, and do the do. But we want to make sure we're ready for that by taking steps to be that. So that's one of the things. And last but not least, enjoy the journey that you are on, because all of this is happening to you for a reason. This is all a part of your epic destiny journey, and you have to be aware that part of what's going on right now is shaping you into that person to fulfill that destiny. And that's pretty much what I got for you today. But if you want to fill me in on how things have gotten for you, I would really appreciate that. But you don't have to. Good. I'm glad I confirmed some stuff for you. That's my goal here, is to confirm things for you, put you on a more positive path if I need to. Shake your world up, take it crazy. Jing! Welcome in, young lady. All right. So, thank you for being a part of my stream today, and I hope and wish you have the best today ever. All right, Indigo, it is your turn now. Please pick your verification deck and pick your your question and numbers. You're welcome, guys. Remember, we're getting close to the last week of September, so if you guys want to save on your subscriptions to any one of your favorite streamers, no matter who that is, go give them it this month. They deserve it. Very drawn to the yellow deck. You got it. Yellow deck it is. Okay. Do a cleansing shuffle here for you. So what was important that Josh notification has to ding in the middle of daydreaming before bed? Okay. Let me get these in the right spot. Why is so important to Josh that Josh's notification had to ding in the middle of a daydream? You're next, Jing. Your stream notification? Oh. I don't know. Maybe it was to get your attention to come in here and get an answer to a real question, but I'll answer it for you. What is so important about my notification? I had to wake you up to let you know today's going to be your best day ever. That's what it was. All right. Is that the real question, Indigo? Or do you have a different question? Because sometimes things happen for reasons. Let me start with, I'm really serious. Is that your real question? Because I don't need cards to answer that. I can just tell you. I hopped on the normal time I always run on. If you don't like the notifications, turn them off. General, okay, thank you. I was like, okay, that was silly. That was fun. Okay, but let's give you a real cushion. So we've got 3 and 22, so that's 25. 25 is 5. That's a 7. So you get 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And the 7th card is 1, 2, come on, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, it's this one. All right, and let's get to doing your readings now. General reading, you got me. I got you. Let's get them in the right spot for you. 3 and 22, huh? They like it here. Here are your 3 official shuffles. 1, 2, and 3. No God cards. That's definitely a good sign. I don't have to yell at you today, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And as I said that, they said, yeah, they don't need God cards. This is going to answer that for them. And they're saying like, we're not going to be mean to them. Right. That's what it's explaining we have to do. First of all, let me introduce you to your inner, your verification card is Athena, Inner Wisdom. You know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. Let me read that again. You know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. With that said, on to the reading of what you need to know today there, Indigo. So we've been putting up barriers lately, have we? We've been putting up things to keep things out, have we? Have we been trying to make our safe spot even safer, have we? Attention, Kmart shoppers. We have a spilled drink on aisle 3 because it's time to break through the barriers. It's time to break down the barriers that we have here today, that we have put up for ourselves. Even though they feel like they're safe spots for us to hide under, They aren't. They're the things that are harming us the most. And it's time to stop hiding and chip your way through that hard ass head of yours and start to do some of the things you need to do. It's time to call out to your one true family. It's time to stop being the lone wolf of the pack. It's time to be around more group people. It's time to get around that family that we want to call out to come to us for a change rather than we seek them out. The lesson of my father is don't let other people come to fix you. It's time to heal yourself and then find the thing you need the most in this life. As my father came to remind me and show me in my life that it was important to be the part of the family that was the most important part. Just to be there. You don't have to be the follower. You don't have to be the leader. You just have to be there. It's time to donate back to yourself the things that are going to heal your wounds, not hurt, not be a band-aid on the wounds. So we need you to donate what you actually need in you to fill yourself back up. We're trying to plug holes here, not fill your box. Right now we need to fill the holes up first before we can make sure that none of the coins fall out. And why are you going through all of this right now? So that you will finally get the big picture of it all. So you will finally see that what's going on in your life right now, everything is happening for a reason and a purpose. Everything is being laid out to you so that you will see it and you will recognize it. And I think that's what they have to tell you today. There, Indigo. Oh, and another thing, don't be so hard on yourself. Please, they're begging you to not keep beating up on yourself because they say that's what's making you stagnant the most. Yeah, and it's like time to get out of the lone wolf mode. Time to get back out there and be part of community again. And that's kind of one thing. You're welcome. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you move you guys forward and show you a better new way. I'm going to reset my damn thing after a while. Jing to the reading room. Jing to the reading room. Welcome in, Jing. Yes, you can. Do you want to pick a verification deck? On Wednesdays now, we have 3 different decks to verify your reading with. We have the Goddess deck, the Sacred Circle deck, or we have the Fairy deck. And normal readings like they normally happen with these. So we'll get a reading with you, between you and Isaac. We'll get that for you. Pick your verification deck for me. Middle deck, you got it. Silver deck. That's my Sacred Circle deck. So, all right, and choose your numbers, please, young lady. Three and 14. You go get some sleep now, okay, sweetie? All right. So when I add your numbers up, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you get an 8. Shuffle. So let me do a cleansing shuffle on this real quick. All right, here are your 8 shuffles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, and 8 is your last shuffle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 is on top now. And you get an extra card as part of your God cards. And here we go with you and Isaac here as well. With this, let me do this, get you in the right spot, clear the cards off from the last reading. Sorry, I was getting a download. Yeah, I know. Oh, sorry, it's taking me a while to get these in here. Okay, that's what they say. Here we go with your 4 and 13 shuffles. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I already know what one of these cards are. I can feel it. And your 13th number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And the 13th card is now on top. All right, Jing, let's see what your verification card is. Your verification card is the 4 of Cups upright, which is discontent. This card means that there's a lot of discontent going on with you and Isaac right now. A lot of problems kind of happening right now. And there are 4 cups that need to be refilled. The 4 cups of love that need to be refilled. First, physical attachment, mental attachment, feeling like we're together as a team. And then the last one, which is finally emptying up that cup that we take all the bad. Now we have to start filling the good parts of our lives. So that is, with that said, that's your verification card. Going on to what these cards are saying now is a separate matter, because what I'm seeing here, Jing, is that you are in the right spot for you. You are ready for this to be moved into a more positive direction. I still believe that Isaac is holding you back, but I do want to tell you there is some growth there. That he's starting to finally grow a little bit here and there, maybe just tiny snail-like movements, but he's still moving, you know. And even though it might seem like you have to be the one who has the more mature stance on this whole thing, it's time to ask him to step up still and try to see that maybe you can do a little bit more with me. So it's all about you taking back that control again, Jing. And this is the thing you want, so you have to take the control of it. Not excluding Isaac, but you both have to take this fan together and start to feed the right fire that you want to be fed in your life. So we have to rekindle the romance a little bit. So we have to start to do a little bit more holding hands and looking in each other's eyes and showing each other why we love each other in the first place. But taking that control and not listening to all those other people trying to control and tell you what to do, that's the most important thing for you to do. It's time for you to be more than just a thought. You don't want this to be just a thought anymore. You want to bring this into reality. With that in the future, silently saying that it's not quite there yet. We haven't yet decided in this world that this is something that is going to be more positive going forward. So I have to start to think that how am I going to exist in this relationship? Not how am I going to love in this relationship? How am I going to be able to just exist here right where it is right now? But the important part of this whole reading there is the reason you're going through all of this, though, is to bring both of those sides together. And to bring both of those sides together means compromise. Learning to listen to both notes in an equal measure so they make a beautiful tune going forward. To find a way to walk that in-between world where we both get what we want. You get what I want, I get what you want. We're both happy and we can start moving forward with that. That's where we're starting to get to, is that moment there. We have an ad. Do you have ads, Jing? Ad break in 1 minute in case you have ads. Ads. Let me know if you have ads. Ads. Okay, so I'll continue. So the unison card always means bringing 2 worlds together. And if you think of you and Isaac as 2 different worlds coming together as one and learning how to walk that gray in between. And I think that you're headed the right direction. I do think there's going to be a lot of difficulty here, a lot of pushing and kind of motivating to do the right thing. But I think your motivation and the way you're going about it is in his world respectful, okay? and that's what I got to tell you about the Isaac and you thing. But there's more God cards to be said about this thing, and I really believe that they were speaking to you today because I knew this card was coming. So, from the God cards, the God card that fell out for you when we were part of your verification deck, an added verification for you. This is called the Knight of Wands. He is the adventurer. He's the one seeking new adventures, seeking new experiences, seeking new light. He wants to light his world on fire. He's headed towards the place where you can put that fire. In this picture, he's headed towards something. He's protecting himself because he's still unsure about what is going to happen. So he's a little ginger about it, but he's still burning and bright and forging forward. So that's most likely Isaac. He's ready for a new adventure. Let's get to the adventure part. Let's see where we can take this now. You, however, my lady, still need to work on bringing the good things in and moving the bad things out. We still have to remind ourselves that we're working on some stuff ourselves as well. I know it's going more positive, but we still have some more movement to get out of. Things we will accept and things we won't accept. You're working on that, setting up clear boundaries, but also allowing that growth to happen. And the blue wolf card I saw coming all day long. Jing, if he's a part of your song, then he's listening. If he's a part of your pack, then he's there. If he's there, he's a part of your journey. He doesn't have to be the one in charge. He doesn't have to be the one following. He just has to be there. Being there is all of it sometimes. Sometimes that's all we can manage to do in our lives is just show up. And that's so hard for a lot of us to do. My father had this problem too. He thinks somebody else can fix his issues. He needs to fix his own damn issues and stop worrying about what everybody else is telling him to do and start being a part of that pack, being part of your pack, and being a more person who's actually a part of it, you know? But that means actively working together as a group, as you and Isaac together have to find a way to move that needle forward, you know? And it's going to be a challenge because he still feels like there's something that you can help repair in him. There's nothing you could do about it to repair him. He's got to figure his own shit out and then understand what's going on forward. That's your reading for today, young lady. Two verification cards. Yeah, and I know there's a lot of stress there and a lot of anxiety there. But the only way to solve it is to come up with the solutions to the problems, Jing. And whether he wants to or not, he's going to have to accept that this is a part of both of your journeys. And he has to be included in that. Or it's just you trying to lead a relationship he doesn't want to be in. And I think he does want to be there. But nah, just ask your question. You don't have to re-enter anything. Just, you're here already. Your name's still up there. Ask your question. Yeah, and that's because he's trying to heal himself by going back into himself and learning and trying to deal with some stuff, you know. He's closing himself off because he needs that alone time to figure shit out. So, you know, it might not be a bad thing, you know, it might be him doubling down and reconsidering things. But please ask your question. If you want another verification deck, please choose one. You tell me what you need, sweetie. I'm going to try to fix something real quick. Do you want cards or do you just want the psychic answer? Okay. Okay, well, okay, no problem. Which verification deck do you want? And what are your numbers for that question? Cleansing the deck off for you. This is just the question is, why is Isaac closed off? Okay. And then we got another question about the financial stuff, right? I might answer both questions with this one reading. You might not need another one, but we'll see if you do. Those are in the right spot. And that would be 18, 28, 28. That's a 1. So you get a 1 shuffle first card in for the verification here. Let me get these in the right spot for this question. Why is he being so closed off? Oh, I know, hear me. All right, they're getting jumpy. All right, here's the 10 for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 18th deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. I'm just going to put these down real quick, and then I'm going to do your 1 shuffle, 1 card in. All right, here's your 1 shuffle. First card in. So your verification card is Bounty, the 6 of six of shields, or 6 of disc, as some people say. 6 of disc. And it's Bounty on that card. So part of the reason that he's going through this right now is he's trying to gain some more bounty in his life. He wants to feel good about himself, and he's questioning that. So he's putting this protective barrier up to protect himself from that harm, even though there's a lot of beautiful things around it. He just doesn't know how to bring down the right kind of barrier, and he hasn't done that yet. So that's your verification deck as well. You got 1 God card. So why is he being so closed off right now, Jing? Hello, Suri. Nice to see you. Part of it is because he's trying to forge himself into becoming someone different, or he's trying to look at himself as a person in transformation, a person who's ready to change. That means he's kind of going into that forge and asking himself, who do I really want to be? Who do I really want to start to be a part of as well? And as he starts to forge the right tool for the right job that he has ahead of himself, whatever he brings in with him to that battle is what is going to feed him going on next. He is definitely starting to think about not looking at the pretty marble that is surrounding him. He sees the pretty marble, which is most likely you, and he wants to grab that marble and try to take it with him. But he's got some other marbles that he's kind of like, I don't know, maybe there's somebody else, or maybe there's not someone else. There's no one else. It's just that thought is going through his head, you know, that maybe I need to start looking somewhere else is going through his head. So he's been questioning that. Do I stay or do I go? Do I choose her or not choose her? Well, in the future, it shows embracing. So I bet he chooses you, or chooses to keep the status quo at least. It's about embracing both sides, the masculine and the feminine, coming together in that harmony. Where we talk about the great right, it's not necessarily about penis and vagina, okay? It's about energies, the negative energies of the moon, which are not knowing the future, the unknown, the things that we can't see, things we can't control. That's the dark energy. It's the things we can't control. Things that we can't control are the light. What we can choose with our free will to do. We don't have to listen to either side of the coin. But it's time to start taking a hard path with Isaac. It's time to tell him what our goal is and how can we reach it as quickly as possible. So that's kind of what is going on right now, is he's trying to find a way to reach his goal as quickly as possible, whatever that end goal is. He knows he's got to put more behind it. Hopefully that means he's going to put more into the relationship going forward. But I think that's part of the reason he's been closed off is because usually there's a calm before the storm. A moment to realize, oh, wait, here I am in this moment of impossibility. You know? And your God card just comes to verify that again. That no matter what happens, don't let these little cracks or these little warning signs get in your way. Power through them and know that they're just little warning signs to pay attention to. If they become bigger, that's the thing, Jing. He's on the fence and teetering at that. He's teetering between both choices. It's very hard. I see him going a good way right now, according to the cards. So I see him more going towards the healing aspect of it. But it's still going to take time. He's still got things in his way he's got to deal with. And I don't know what those things are. But whatever the problems are in your guys' relationship, you need not be afraid of those cracks. They're just there to tell you what's going on so you know what the situation really is so you can make an informed choice. On to your second question. Are we keeping the numbers or are we throwing those away? And which verification deck do you want? Silver, gold, or blue? She had another reading on top of this one, Crypto. Otherwise, I'd be doing you right now, but... Yeah, I do believe it's like all got into that financial issue. And what deck verification deck do you want? Gold, blue, or silver? Okay. All right, let's do that cleansing shuffle. This is your third reading, though. Gotta move on after this one, though. Is this a financial issue, is the question. I gotta kind of go back up to your question just to make refresh my memory. Does Isaac financial issue affecting our relationship? Okay, and that's the question here we're asking, right? Here are, okay, and you got 9. So when I add those numbers up, you get 6, 7, 8, 9. So you get 9 shuffles, the 9th card in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And the 9th card is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. On to the next. Clearing these cards off. Get them in the right spot. About this financial stuff we want to know. All right, here are your 3 official shuffles. 1, 2, 3. No God cards for this one there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, and the 24th card is... Is this a financial issue? Your verification card is Force. The 10 of Wands. When you see the 10 of Wands, when we see all of these arrows pointing upwards towards a major goal, towards that place where he can finally set down and be at peace. But he feels like he's being forced to live one certain way right now, and he doesn't like that. So he's trying to build up that that power within himself to push through, you know? So, yeah, okay? So it does have something to do with the financial, but that's not all of it, okay? There's other pressures and stuff that are on him that you might not be aware of that he's not sharing. So maybe there's something he's not sharing that he's trying to push through right now, and it's a little difficult for him to do. That would meet the insecure part of him. Getting into the major reading of, is this affecting him, the financial stuff affecting him? Well, he's not going back around his friends anymore. He's staying closer to home. He's not going out as much. He's trying to watch his budget. So, yes, it is affecting him. Not being able to go out and do the things that he normally likes to do is getting him a little depressed. I'm not going to lie. And then you got my mom's card, which is to remind you that you have the power, that you are loved, and that you have the control to make this destiny be whatever you want it to be. So, he has to recognize those things in himself, that he has the power, that he is already loved, and he can control his own damn destiny. He needs to be equal in both parts, give and take. So he can't just take and not expect to give back. Now that he's giving back, we have to get to that point where we give and take appropriately. So that's kind of what that's saying there. And to extinguish those things that are no longer needed in his life. So thinking about the things that actually he needs to have versus what he wants to have. And seeing some things as a benefit and some things as things he has to get rid of and put out completely. But when I saw this card and it popped up for him as well as for you on this question, it's about family. It's about how he views family and how he views his role in family. The breadwinner, the person, the man who's in charge, the person who's making the decisions. You know, that kind of guy. He's trying to be the leader and he's trying to be the follower at the same time when he just has to be there. And he doesn't realize that that's all it really takes is him to show up, be there, be present, and be a part of this relationship. But he can't see that right now because of all the other shit that's in his way. So yeah, the financial stuff is pretty much the most of the cause of that, but there's some other underlining things attached to that. You know, the responsibility of all the what I'm expected to be kind of stuff. You know, the male ego crap. So that's your answer. Didn't need cards for that, but okay. You wanted cards. You got cards. All right, Crypto to the reading room. Crypto to the reading room. Whew, the energy is hot today. Oh. Hi, sweetie. What's your question? And please pick your verification deck for today. Throw me your numbers and your question and your verification numbers, please. Boy, is that a mouthful. Okay. I'm going to tell you this, and only once, just because I have to say it, okay? When it comes to death, I am not allowed to know when someone dies. I can give you an approximation if she will live past that age, but death is a very tricky thing with me sometimes. So we'll see what the cards have to say for you. Which verification deck do you want for that? I'm going to have to see very specific cards if the answer is yes. So pick your verification deck, blue, silver, or gold. Yellow deck, okay. And your numbers are, let me get to add those up here. That's 10, 14, 22, 2 is 4. So let me cleanse these cards off our 4 shuffles. Cleansing first. And you get 4 shuffles. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the 4th card is 1, 2, 3, and the 4th card is. Tell you what that means in just a second. Let me get these in the right spot. Freya. Ooh, good card. 2, 3. Tell me when you're in the right spot, guys. Yeah. When I do the verification deck, I add up all the numbers and then I shuffle that many times. So you pick 10, that equals 22. When I add those 2 numbers up, it equals 4. So 4th card shuffle, 4th card in. That's how the verification works. Okay. All right, they're ready. Here are your 10 official shuffles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Gotta call Dad later. And 10. We had runners. And that was 10. Here comes the 21 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1. And that's 21. All right. Put that 1 card up on top again. 21st card is. All right. You ready for this answer, though, right? No, actually, you got 3 God cards. You got 1, 2, 3. 2 of them fell away. So 2 of them ran away. About the reading we did a while back, it's a girl positive reading. She did. Amen. Just wanted to let you know that was correct. Okay. All right. So let me read your verification card here. You got Freya, which is bold. Unleash your adventurous side. Take risk and be daring. Let me read that again, Crypto. Unleash your adventurous side. Take risk and be daring. Live like you're only gonna live once. This goes out to your mom and a very big indication that she will not live past 100. Okay? She's going to live every moment she can. She's going to embrace life. That might mean an earlier death than 100. I can pretty much guarantee she doesn't live to 100 with the cards that I'm seeing here. But here's why. Because the spot that she's already creating, her last spot, the last thing she needs to fill in her life is almost filled. And she doesn't have any more things that she needs to worry about, any past mistakes she needs to worry about. She's done worrying about it all. She wants to make her future be as brilliant and beautiful as it can be. So she's just taking everything in as it goes. But you got the decay card, which is in the present. That means she's already in the moments of maybe end stage life kind of stuff. That you might not be noticing it, Crypto, but maybe your mom is starting to slip a little bit. Not a lot, but a little. Enough to be noticeable that you can see it gradually over time. If that's true and you actually are honest with yourself of seeing that, then it means I'm going towards her more early. You say she's 73 now. And I think you're going to be angry at the answer I'm about to give you, but I think she lives to maybe 80, 85 at best, if I'm getting from what I'm getting. And the reason you'll be angry is you want more time with her. And you can't be angry about what her future may hold or what her future may not hold, but I'm seeing around 85-ish, 80 in the 80s range. The rain card comes to tell me that there will be an emotional pouring out on this. So when I look at all these cards and you ask me that question, is she going to live past 100? Well, she's already gotten her spot filled. She's already ready to go when she is ready. She's already starting the process towards that decay, and I'm moving out of the end of my life. That anger that's inside of, I know it's coming to an end, but I want to embrace all of my life. And I'm going to cry about this and cry happy and sad tears along the way, because it's going to be about live like you were YOLO, live like you're only living once, okay? Because that's what Freya came to tell you today. Let's see what the gods had to tell you. I already know one deck, one card, it came out again. The Blue Wolf card keeps popping up today, and that's your physical, mental, and spiritual. So, like I've been telling a lot of people today, and the reason I have to call my dad today, make sure he's okay, is the Blue Wolf has been showing up in practically every reading today. And usually that means something for me, but also for you. Where is the dad in the picture of this? Is dad still a part of this journey, or is he already passed on? Can I ask that question? Where is dad right now? Is he there, not there, estranged? How that relationship is going? Because physically he won't. Yeah, I thought so. Because he's passed on and she's ready to join him. She wants to be a part of that pack again. She's feeling that draw towards your father. And this was being in the past, I was going to say, if he's not past, he's about to be soon. Because that's what this physical card of letting go of that past, letting go of that father figure, and knowing that the mom is coming up along the way. I'm faced with a very similar situation. My mom passed, now I'm waiting for my dad to pass a long way as well. But they're saying that the mental part is to recognize the past, remember all that you have been given as a gift, and learn how to use it to propel yourself forward mentally. Don't let this be a thing that stops you in your track. Let it be the thing that empowers you because of what your mom's last lessons will be to you. And spiritually, will you please stop giving yourself the guilt trip you're giving yourself about this right now? It's not deserved. It's all in us. Every single one of us is going to die someday. I know you know that, but you can't keep carrying on the guilt of future and not future one. So, that's kind of what I say. I do have another person in line. Does Surrey matter if I take another question here? I will ask them first because you didn't say you wanted two at the same time. All good, she says. Okay, so ask your question. Spiritual answer, or do you want the card answer? Do you want me to just ask my guys, or do you want the old card shuffle? And pick your verification deck and numbers if you do. That was really weak coffee. Okay, do you want the silver deck, the blue deck, or the gold deck again for your verification? Tell me what your numbers. Okay, blue, you got it. Throw me your numbers and your question. A little tired day. Okay, 5. That's 6. Shuffle 6 cards in, okay? Let me do a cleansing shuffle for the blue cards here. Okay, 6 cards, 6 card in. 1, 2, 3, 4. You get an extra card out of it. How about that? And 5. And 6. This goes to the God card pile. This is your verification number card. Getting these in the right spot. All right, here are your 10 official shuffles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. You have 1, 2, 3 God cards for you today. And the 50th card is 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 50, and the 52nd card, 50th card is now on top. And your verification card is new location. This card usually means that this person will be going to a new location soon. So, I don't know how old your mother-in-law is, but they're definitely going somewhere soon. I don't know if that means to the afterlife or moving. However, comma space, with the other cards I'm seeing here, will your mom live longer than your mother-in-law? If she can build her world, if she can use the catalyst of, I'm not going to die, I'm going to live for life, if I'm going to live in that moment, if I'm going to YOLO it, if she can live in that moment and live every day, she'll live a lot longer than if she slunks back in and starts to be the, oh, memory this and memory that and memory this and memory that. She has to find a new way to destroy one world to create a new world. So your stepmother is in the process of creating a brand new world, which means going, when I see the going somewhere card and then brand new world and then forging a new path forward, what is left for her to actually do? Glaze like the brilliant, beautiful star she are. So she's moving on soon, if not coming to that conclusion that she's in that moment, herself. But she's recognizing that this is a part of her journey, that she's not ready to give up on anything yet. I say she will live approximately 5 to 10 more years if I'm really being generous. And that's being very generous, 5 to 10 years. Because as Bass card says, the reason she's going through all of this is rejoining a place where she's a part of love, community, and brightness and happiness again. I don't know. That wasn't the question asked. The question was, will she live to pass your mother-in-law? And from what I'm seeing, the new location, the heat, the glaze, and finding and rejoining a more positive space. So unless she's got plans to move to a new location, make new friends, I'd say she's getting ready to move on. So she might be ready to move out of that toxic relationship. That might be all that we're talking about here. But as far as the death thing goes, I think that she will most likely live 5 to 10 years at best. But that's, like I said, I don't know. That's what they're telling me, so I'm going with what they say. I want to give you 5 more years myself, but your God cards are so their God card is rise above problems. So rise above the problems that are going on in your life. Rise above them and not make them your problems anymore, but make them part of how I can come to some solution. So, that's some advice for you to rise above the problems. And then we got the guilt card again, and we got the past card again. So let go of your past guilt attached to anything that you might be feeling guilty of. You don't need to feel guilty. This is just a process of life, that you aren't the one doing this to anybody. They're not the ones doing this to anyone. This is just how it's supposed to go. Recognizing the past, not feeling guilty about the future. That's for you, Crypto. I think so. Like I said, I don't know her age, so you said 73. Is she 73? If you add 10 and 15 to that, does that make her older? I don't know. So you tell me her age and I can tell you. If it's right around 73, then yeah. I'd say that she's in worse shape than your mom right now because of the toxicity. I don't know how she'll fare during it. Yeah, so if you add 10 more years to that, that's about 65-ish. Okay, I would say more like 65-ish then. Because 55 doesn't feel right. It feels a lot longer than that. So like 60. So that feels more than that. Because if she's 55 now, 65, if I added 5 more years to that like I wanted to, then that would be around 73. So she'd die right about what your mom's age is now. So, well, when you ask me that question, Crypto, can I see through her? Of course I can see through her. But the question is, why do you need me to see through her? You're a good person yourself. You know the differences between right and wrong. Can I see through her? She's selfish, greedy, sometimes backhanded with her compliments, always comes back to you and tries to give you that sly compliment, but it's really meant to be an insult kind of a thing. She's very vocal in her beratement of people. That's what I'm seeing. Very, likes to hold her secrets and hold them tight. That's what I'm seeing when you ask me that question. Now I'm going to move you off of my list, and I'm going to move on to the next person in line because they've been waiting. Surrey to the reading room. Surrey to the reading room. Yeah, I get it. Talks a lot of shit. Okay. You're welcome. Gray deck. Okay. And you do know that reading counted as 2 different readings, right? So that was 2 readings. The next one you're in is your last one, Crypto. So, silver deck, 3 and 3, which is 6. Let me get these in the right spot for her. Okay, let's see if she will reply or won't reply. Okay. Here are your 6 official shuffles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And the 6th card is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the 6th card is now on top. There's that one there. Let me get these in the right spot. Okay. Shush. I got it. I heard you. Are they in the right spot yet? I argue with my guys. Okay, they're ready for you. Here are your 3 official shuffles. 1, 2, and 3. No God cards. 1, 2, then the 3rd card is. I love easy readings. You want to know about the texted girl, huh? All right, let's see what your verification card is. Nostalgia, the 6 of Cups. When we see nostalgia as a part of our lives, we are looking in the dream world. We're seeing the world for how we wish it to be, not how it really is. We're filling empty cups here because it's just a dream. And I wish I could say that it's going to be a better answer for you, but right now, you're living in a dream world. If you think this girl will probably most likely apply to you, the reason she hasn't applied yet is because she's moving on, most likely. But onto your question though, of whether or not she will reply, I think that right now she's enjoying her life as it is. I don't know if she's really giving your message much thought. I think that's the problem here. She's not giving you that consideration. I think she's being a little bit selfish here myself, but that kind of goes with an error of please don't go read into it too much, okay? Because she is trying to become the better version of herself, and right now you can't help her with what she needs help with. It's best that you do stay away for a while and let her come to you if it is that meant to be moment for you. Because I feel like you've been hunting all of your life for something. All of your life you've been wanting to get that part, right? But you haven't been able to meet it because you can't get out of your... Damn it. You can't get out of your own way enough to get past the depression, anxiety, or issues that keep getting in your way from getting that girl or that someone to be a part of your life. You have to remind yourself, whatever keeps getting in your way, the things that keep blocking you from that, is maybe that you're searching for people who are already invested in somebody else. And maybe you need to start looking for the people who aren't already invested in something else. The home path comes to remind us that she's perfectly fine with who she is and what she is living right now. She's living the life she wants to live. She's got everything she wants. She's built her home the way she wants it to be built. Does she welcome you in? Well, we'll have to wait and see. I don't think she's going to text you back, honestly. I think she's more comfortable in her own situation right now, feeling at home with what she's going on and doing in her life, and living in that nostalgia world that she will someday call you back. It's just going to make you hurt a little bit more when it does finally happen. When she does call you to tell you, I want to be friends, or something like to that effect. Because I believe that's the only message she has left for you. Is, I'm sorry, I don't feel that way about you. Can we be friends? And be careful not to fall into the best friends you're going to fall in love with me. Yeah, you're not going to get a reply. You think that they're not still stewing about that a little bit? From Spirit, that's what they're saying. They're saying they're kind of stewing over that a little bit. They don't know why they can't seem to move past it, but that whatever bad terms you left it on, it's right there. It's like a thorn in his side. It's like, not doing that again. You know? So, do you have a second tarot reading, or was that the only other question? Because you said you had 2. Is it a tarot question, or is it a... Oh, okay. Amethyst to the reading room. Amethyst to the reading room. Good morning. Hello and welcome in. I haven't seen you here for a while, so let me explain the verification decks to you. You get to choose from one of these each decks, the Goddess deck, the Sacred Circle deck, or the Blue deck to verify your reading. I wish I had anything to smoke right now. I'm completely broke, guys. I have nothing to smoke in the house. I've been out for a day. I'm fiending it, but we'll live. I have nothing to smoke. So, what are your, and then we do the normal readings like normal. So you just pick whatever verification deck you want, whatever your numbers are. Let's say it's 4 and 4. I add those numbers up together. I get 8. So that means I shuffle 8 times and you get the 8th card in. So that's how the verification works. So whenever you're ready, throw me your numbers and your question. Blue. And do you have, what is your question of the day, or do you just want a general? Okay, and that is 5. So we're going to shuffle these 5 times. I cleanse these cards off for you here real quick. And what is your question of the day, or did you just want a general? All right, here are your 5 official shuffles for this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to go with general. And okay, we'll just give you a general then. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let me get these in the right spot now. And you want to know how we can improve our current situation? What do the gods need to tell you to help improve? That, I like that question. Because I think that's the kind of question you need right now. You need something to boost you up a little bit. So let's do that. Okay, don't yell at me. You want 12 shuffles. Usually it's 1 through 10, but I'm going to give you the 12 this time, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, too many, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And one more God card to boost. So you have a 1, 2, 3, 4 God card message today. Did these fly out? Or did I just not pick them up on part of the deck? I need your help, Amethyst. Do you feel like these could be included? That would be a 6 God card message if it was. Okay. Then we're going to include them. All right, here is your shuffle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Let's get you back on track, Amethyst. You have a 6 God card message today. And we have... Yeah, I knew that. Okay. The essentials. All right, your verification card is problems resolved. So whatever problems are happening to you right now, they're going to begin to resolve for you. So that's your verification card, that your time of hurting is at an end. It is time to go forward knowing that all the problems have been resolved. You've been through what you need to be through, so we could move you forward. So, what do I need to tell you today, Amethyst? Well, this battle that has been raging inside of you for quite a while, you had to come to terms with that part of yourself. It's time to put down the swords of that part of yourself you don't like and embrace that part of yourself as a part of who you really are. Maybe we start living the whole truth and not half a truth. We could start to finally find a more positive way forward. So put down the swords, work with your other self, and start to incorporate that into who you are as a person so that you can move forward and be that great oak you see yourself being. Right now, you're working on getting that into focus. You want to be the best version of yourself. We all want to be the best version of ourselves. Wants are great, but what do you actually need to make that happen? What are the steps that you need to take to reach that pinnacle of your life? And have you thought about those steps? And as you start to think out those steps, this is their advice to you going forward. You need to recognize that there are some bad patterns and some bad things that you are doing to yourself that feel safe and warm and cozy, but they're actually hurting you. It's time to move out your safety net and move in a new net. One that does, survival mode, Exactly, and I understand that. So now we need to stop the fire and finish washing the dishes. Okay, so how big is the fire? You know? But the thing about it is, Amethyst, that I know this, you know this is in your control, but this is the most part. What causes the fire? What causes you to have to go wash dishes? Who says it's your turn to wash the dishes? Why aren't we questioning ourselves on those things? How do I put out the fire? Or how do I use this fire to my advantage? How do I use this thing that's been getting in my way all of my life and turn it into a power instead of a negative attribute that I think I shouldn't recognize in myself? You know, I'm a very anxiety-filled dude here. And sometimes I get depressed sometimes. But how do I use that to my advantage? Well, I have a mind that works very, very fast in in certain ways. I'm very, very intelligent, but in other ways, I'm very, very not intelligent. You ask me to do your basic school stuff, I can't do. But you ask me to do stuff like this, I'm like a master class at this shit, you know. But you're working on getting there, and there are 3 things that I really want you to hear me say because this is the reason you're going through every last little thing you're going through. Are you ready? Can you hear me? Are you ready to hear the answer? I'm actually asking, are you ready? I want you to see and hear me with these words because they are the words I love to say the most. It is time for you to start to work in the light and in the dark, to grow wherever you are planted, to be that person who receives and gives all that she needs to give, all the aspects of life. But there are 3 things that you need to remind yourself of that you yourself have. Number 1, Amethyst, you have the power. In your whole soul, you are the kind of person who can manifest anything they want if they really want to. So don't tell me that you don't have power because you do have power. You need to learn how to use your power to your advantage. Number 2, young lady, you are more loved than you could ever possibly. This big ass dude who's never met you in your life loves you. You know why I love you? Because I feel your pure soul coming through this screen when I feel you. I don't see a picture. I don't feel an energy. All I feel is you. You, the essential you. So know this, young lady. You are loved by more people than you could ever possibly imagine. Don't you ever say I'm not loved ever again. And the first and third and final most important thing you need to hear today is it's time to carve your own goddamn destiny already and stop letting everyone else show you and choose for you what you need to do. It's time to stop pandering to everybody else and be the person you say you want to be. End of story. Take off the rose-colored glasses. It's time to do some work. Now for the God cards that you requested, by the way. Oh, we had a glitch. Are we still live? I had a glitch. You can do this. Okay, I had a computer glitch, so here are your God cards. I love this for you already. All right, now I'm being told to move something here to give you a very real physical, mental, and spiritual things that can help you. Okay? Yeah, I had like a weird computer glitch happen on my side, so I wanted to make sure, and I'm gonna have an ad happen in about 5 minutes. So, according to one of my players. So here's your if you have ads, let me know when they start, and I will stop and I will finish when they're ready. Okay. So if you see ads, just let me know there's ads. First and foremost, they want you to know this, okay, Amethyst? It is time to get over this depressive moment. I know that it has been in this moment where you've been living in this depression, but you can't live in this forever. You are the sky in this picture. You are not the clouds. You are the sunbeam that breaks through the clouds, that brings brightness to your world. You are that much shit and all of that. Snap your fingers 3 times and get yourself back on track, because all you need to do is bring both of your worlds together and start to walk a gray in between. Do you realize that you get to have the benefit of both worlds? You get to live in your positive self and your negative self at the same time while living a life you want to live? Can you imagine never hating yourself ever again for the things that you used to do to yourself? Can you start loving yourself for what you truly are? This is the destiny card. Above all cards you could get in your reading, this says to you, you can forge that destiny. Whatever you imagine in your head, you can make happen in this world. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Say it with me. I can't imagine a better day. Tomorrow will be my best day. No, fuck tomorrow. Today will be my best day ever. Screw that shit. That's the negative shit I'm talking about. That's the stuff we need to move past. It's a stage of grief. Move on to something else. Let's move on to anger. Let's move on to bargaining. Hell, can we move on to acceptance finally? That this depressive thing that keeps getting onto me, let me find a way to use this depression in my manner. If I understand my own feelings well enough, and you're an empath, so you should understand that when I'm feeling all of these other emotions, I don't know where they're coming from, might not necessarily be your own. It's time to change and break the cycle. Your mental part, it is time to finally change that mental cycle and break free from the cycle. We need you to set a brand new foundation. One where you can say, I see myself becoming and living that life. So with that imagined life that you think you can live, I want you to start to think about that life. And I want you to believe in that life every single day. And as you start to work on yourself and start to get going with things, you're going to pour down onto this world and break free of the cycle you've been in for such a long time. And last but not least, the cards that fell out of the deck you wanted me to choose, it's time to let this emotional rain out. Go ahead. Have yourself a really good cry. Have yourself a real happy laugh. Have yourself a real angry moment. But let these emotions out and stop holding them in inside. Because after this moment, the cards want you to know no matter what's happened to you, everything is going to be okay. Everything is happening exactly how it's supposed to happen. All of this is for a purpose you don't know yet. But when you look back at this moment in your life, somewhere in the future, you will recognize that you needed this to become the person you will be in the future. So remind yourself to bend in the wind a little bit and not bend and try to bend in the wind instead of just being that gale force straightforward person. Let's learn to bend a little bit here and let those emotional rains out. And that's what I got to tell you today there, Amethyst. And I think you need to start believing in yourself more than you are. You know, I think these self-doubting thoughts and these little things that you've been giving to yourself, ads are starting in 1 minute and 23 seconds. So I'm going to take, I myself, guys, I'm going to take a quick bathroom break, and then I will get to the next person in line. Okay, guys. We're back. Thank you for your patience. I had to take a bathroom break, and I went to go see if a neighbor had a smoke. So give me a second. Crypto, you know what to do. Throw me your numbers to verification deck and question. We'll get to the next person in line in a second. God, I needed this. Crypto to the reading room. Crypto to the reading room. I know I took a break, so I'm going to give her more time than I normally do. And welcome in, Magician. Nice to see you. Welcome to the chat. I appreciate you stopping by and giving me a chance today. Appreciate that. If you would like a reading, all you got to do is press exclamation point join. Today is Wacky Wednesday, so we do things a little bit different here. But normally I just use my normal standard deck, the 5 Paths Tarot. But today we use 3 additional decks as well. So let me put this up. There, that's better. That are verification decks. So how it works here, just so you know, Magician, while I'm waiting for Crypto to get back in here, I will ask you to pick some numbers here. 1 through 10 is your shuffle amount. 1 through 52 is your answer amount. So you pick those numbers, whatever those numbers equal up, I add those together and get that numerology number. And like she just did, 10 and 2 and 6, I add those up together and I get 8, 9. So I get 9. And then she picks a verification deck to show me which one she wants. So you want the one with how does mom-in-law feel towards you right now? Okay. And which verification deck do you want there, Crypto? Got it. Okay. But I didn't finish how it worked with the verification cards. I add those 2 numbers up, and whatever those are. So if I add those up and get 4, 4 plus 4 equals 8. I shuffle 8 times. You get the 8th card in, whatever that number is. Silver, got it. All right, so we've got heavy energy. Lots of energy today, guys, floating around here today. So I'm going to give you your cards a good old-fashioned cleanse here. All right, here we go with your 9 shuffles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 6, 7, 8, 9. The 9th card is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then the verification card is, here's your God card for that question. Verification card. And now we do your 10 official shuffles. After I cleanse your deck, of course. All right, and here we go with your official shuffle. Hey, welcome back, Callie. All right, here we go with your readings for your reading today, and it's 10 and 26. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Did you change your name? Call the ambulance. Oh yeah, Zach. So I was like, huh? Oh, I know this person. I know their energy. Welcome back, Zach. All right, and 26 cards are 1, 2, 3, 4. I already did that, didn't I? I already counted 26, didn't I, Crypto? Did I count or did I not count? I need to know. I got all the cards I need if it's true. I should have recognized it when I said call the ambulance. Duh. Okay, Crypto, I need your help. Do I count out your cards or do I give you the reading that I have in my hand? Well, if you don't know, then I'm going to go with what my instinct says, and I think I already counted. Anyone else out there know? Did I count 26 or not? Anybody else know? If not, we'll just go with this then. Asking my guys. Is this right? This is the right reading. Okay. All right. So, your question is, how does the mom-in-law feel towards you right now, right? And I think when I see these cards, I think you got the exact reading you needed here. So, let me see what your verification card is. You have success reversed. That means that right now, you are not succeeding in your efforts to make a positive inroads here. It feels like they're putting more daggers towards you than they are putting loving things towards you. So whatever is going on right now, it is not being a successful task. You're not getting through to this person. So I'd say no on that question. I don't know if they have a very favorable view of you. What they do view you as, though, is that you are a person who is constantly molding themselves into a shape they wish they could be. So they see you as working on yourself constantly. A person who's maybe got more troubles than she can handle, trying to mold herself into a person she wants herself to be, wishing that you could plant other seeds in your life and not depend so much on the ones you already have, but start to plant in new places to grow, because the places that you have been growing, the land is gone sour, the plants aren't going to grow there anymore, and they're just wondering why you keep putting your seeds in the same spot expecting things to grow. They are seeing you as a person who's seeing the world for how it truly is. So as you see the world and view it, that's how the world truly is. So what your instincts are telling you are pretty much true. That she has a little bit of a disdain for you right now. She sees you for who you really are. And whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, she's made up her mind on that. And this is the card that I kind of want to draw to, is that makes me think she's not thinking in a positive mode, because there's some anger involved here. There's some kind of a hurt or some kind of a break or something that happened that kind of caused this mess to happen, and it's just gone downhill from there. This anger that's been building up in her is becoming resentful and stuff like that. So I feel like she has that kind of a disdain for you. Yeah, well, that's like I said, she has that anger and disdain for you, so that's how she feels about you. She's angry at you for all that you have done and all that you continue to do. That's making her life miserable. So, not very favorably, I'm thinking. All right, let's see what God's cards have to say to you. You got 3 cards, not 1. Oh my God. So, you got restriction, 5 of disc, the skill card, 8 of disc, and then you got the high priest. Yeah. Well, in her world, you're the one who does that to her. Yeah, exactly. You both decided to keep your little thing the way it is. No need to try to fix it. It is what it is. This is more for you. This isn't about the last question. This is more information for you, Crypto, in your journey. So, restriction. You are putting up your own restrictions, your own boundaries that you need to break through. Some of these things that you consider sometimes that are the most important things aren't that important. You need to learn how to move past those things that keep blocking you and just keep growing in the ways you know you have to. With that said, remember that some of what's being done to you mentally is a skill. They've learned how to do this over time, and they've learned how to use their manipulation skills very well. Just like you have to realize that you have to turn your skills to your benefit as well. You will have 8 disc waiting for you to protect you, but they're new, different protections. They're not the old ones that you used to have anymore. They're new things that are going to help keep you safe, secure, and living in that better life. And you have to start to develop those skills, because right now it's showing me that you aren't. And then we get to the High Priest card, which is the accumulation of what it means to be a man. And I know you're a woman, but take this to heart. The High Priest is not all about the masculine energy. What is the masculine energy really trying to teach us? What is the High Priest really trying to teach us? He is the guy who brings in the light and the love. He's the guy who brings in the joy and the happiness. He's the one who brings us the will and intent to do the things we want to do in our life. He's the sun bringer, and as the moon bringer comes to be that shadow to that sun, that's all that he is. He is the sun. He is the shadow to the sun. He is the sun to the shadow. So in this respect, this person regards themselves as the shit, and you are the shit, Crypto. You should always believe you're the shit. But maybe it's time to return more to a higher level of spirituality here and rise above what others will think of you, and start to think that I have to start to act like I expect other people to treat me. I have to treat them like that. And I know that might be some people you will do that with, and some people you will have a hell no about. So, wow. That's it for you, Crypto. Stephanie the Witch to the reading room. Stephanie the Witch to the reading room. Hi, welcome to Wacky Wednesdays. You can't join again. Are you going to give me my $5 tip? You already had 3 readings. So you're tipping me, right? That means you're going to tip me today? Or can I go get money? Yellow card. Okay, got it. All right, and 10 and 20, that's 3. So 3 shuffles, 3 cards in. Let's do your cleansing shuffle here on this one here. Here are your 3 official shuffles for your verification deck. 1, 2, 3. And the third card is 1, 2, stuck together. 1, 2, and 3 is your card. And here we go. Let's get these in the right spot for you. How's Luke feeling about you so far? Let's find out. Guys, I hear you, but you got to tell me when the right spot is. Okay, here are your 10 official shuffles, my lady. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. No God cards for you. How about that? 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the 20th card is now on top. How is Luke feeling about us these days, huh? Your verification card is Kwa Yin, compassion. Release judgments about yourself and others, and focus on the love and the light. What is within everyone? Okay, let me read it again. Release judgment about yourself and others, and focus on the love and the light. That is within everyone. That is your verification card for this reading. Okay. And as I read this here about how and what he thinks of you, right now he wants a little bit more communication with you. He's working on the learning how to be a little bit more communicative with you and learning how you receive and also take information. It's a time of learning, a time of getting back into understanding, and what he sees in you is this need to communicate and learn more about you. I don't know if he has all of the answers he's looking for quite yet. It feels like a curiosity to me. He is trying to see you as a person who sometimes can't get out of her own goddamn way, though. She sees the problem that you don't see. He's tried to tell you that, and even though you think it's not a problem, it is a problem. And you have to start to understand that sometimes people come into our lives to remind us of what we need to get out of our way so we can get to what we want. And he kind of thinks that sometimes you let things get in the way of your happiness. And then he does see you trying to enjoy your life as much as you can right now. You try to live in the joy. You try to live in that moment as much as possible. But he doesn't see any other sides to you because you always are showing the happy face. You never show the other faces that he needs to see, the faces that aren't so happy sometimes. The reason that what he majority feels about you is this glowing feeling inside, like there's a light for you on, but he doesn't know where to take it right now. He's not sure where we're going to go with it because we need to have a more discussion about that kind of a thing. So he's a little bit confused right now, honestly, and hoping for better communication with you. But he sees you as a bright person. He sees you as a positive-minded person. I know. And it's just a reflex. We're used to doing it. We do it automatically sometimes without even trying to do it. So it's not like you're actively trying to do it. It's just that your old tapes keep playing even though there are new ones in the cassette tape. It's like, turn off that song. I need to turn on a better one. Crypto, I don't see a $5 tip. I ain't doing this reading without some kind of a benefit. I already gave you 3 readings today, sweetheart. I'll answer a question, but I'm not going to do another deck read. If you want a psychic answer, I can do that. I know. And that's part of the obstacle is you're too far apart. And getting in that communication and getting into that spot where you can both talk to one another, that's the hardest part of this whole situation there. And if you can find that 1 hour a day you guys can spend together, that's in between both of those. You both have to give up an hour a day so you can have that hour together, you know? Crypto to the reading room, crypto to the reading room. But like I said, I've already given you 3 readings today, sweetie. So I'm going to tell you that this is extremely kind of me to give you another reading if I do it. I expect the next time you come in here, you come in with some kind of a tip or something for me because, I don't know. Yeah, I will explain it to you like a 5-year-old. Why don't you hop in line right now? Okay, what kind of a reading do you need? I'm Stephanie. I can still answer any questions you have. If you want a psychic answer, I can do that. If you want a card reading, I'm going to have to put you back on the list. So if you want another card reading, just enter exclamation point join. And you two out there, Zach, and I will explain it to you like a 5-year-old, okay? How it works for my stream is I will ask you to pick numbers. And Crypto, you can rejoin the queue if you're going to tip me. But other than that, I'm taking you off my list. So, Cal, you're in the reading room right now. So let me explain it to you like you're a 5-year-old. I ask you to pick numbers here. 1 through 10 is your shuffle amount. 1 through 52 is your answer amount. So pick numbers between them, whatever you feel called to. You get to pick a verification deck today, which verifies your reading. Whatever numbers you choose, let's say it's 4 and 4 equal 8. I picked the prime number out of that, so 8 is a prime number, and we shuffle that many times, and we do 8 cards in. So if I were to shuffle 8 times, 8 cards in for the verification. This deck, I just shuffle like normal. Whatever numbers you give me, I shuffle that amount of time. 4 and 4 shuffles, 4th card in. So that's how it works here, and I will explain everything in your reading like you're a 5-year-old. So all you have to do is ask me your question, and just hop back in line, Stephanie. Just hop back in line. Then I'll get to you in a second. So Zach, as I like to say, throw me your numbers and your question, and I will greatly appreciate it. And pick your verification deck, whichever one you feel called to. Okay, blue deck, and you want to know if you made the right choice. Okay, gotcha. I promise to tell you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, Zach. That's my promise here. Let's start with your numbers. Okay, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's a 6. So 6 shuffles, 6 card in. Let me cleanse these cards off for you. I always do a pre-shuffle before I do your official cards so that you know what they are. Okay, and 6 shuffles and 6 card in. You see me pausing every once in a while. We've got ads finishing up here. Zach, are you still here? Okay. Well, I had ads playing, so I wanted to make sure. All right, here are your 8 official shuffles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, it was 6 shuffles. 6 shuffles, 6 card in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can thank my guides for that. They're the one who put me, was like, wait a minute, that's not it. And here, let me get these in the right spot for you. This is my homemade deck that I was telling you about, Zach. I know you've seen them before, but... All right, here are your 7 official shuffles, Zach. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And the 35th card is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th card goes on top. And you want to know if you made a good decision or not. I promise to tell you the truth, Zach. Nothing but the truth and the whole truth. So help me everyone I believe in. All right, so let's see what your verification card says. And it says, breaking free. So whatever you are doing right now, you are breaking free of a cycle. You're beginning a new cycle and beginning anew again. So breaking free of the chains that have constrained you up to this point. Now, it's okay to move forward with what your plans are because you're breaking free of a situation and you'll feel more free where you're going. With that said, here's the reasons behind all of that which is going on. Explaining it to you like you're a 5-year-old, let me dumb this down for you. Right now, what's going on is you have this one boxed image of yourself. The universe is trying to make you be seen in the best possible place you can be seen at. Right now, you're in a very healthy environment for that, but they understand the need to do what you're going to do. It's important to follow your intuition and not box yourself into one idea and to start to see the whole reflection of what it will mean to you. So, yes, of course, you've made the right choice. Of course, you made a right decision moving on to a different path. That's what our goal was. We have to learn to take the control back in our own two hands. Like a fan, we feed the fire that's right in front of us that tells us exactly what we're working on and working towards. Sometimes we have to cut off all those little spider webs above our heads that keep telling us how to live our lives and what to do with our lives. We have to take that fan back in our hands and control the fire with our I already took you off the list, Crypto. But it's about taking that control and feeding that fire through your ebbs and flows, not anybody else's. You get to decide how fast or slow you go with this. So whatever way you go, do it with pride and do it with your full heart. This is a part of the lesson the universe has been trying to teach you in this lifetime. You doing this has accomplished a major life lesson that we really needed to show you. How to be resilient, how to be all of these other things, how to be this fortitude and force that you can be perfectly good right where you're doing right now, but you have a chance to increase your learning by doing this new thing that you're not quite sure you're capable of, but you are capable of it, my friend Zach. You only have to take down the barriers that keep getting in your way. The self-doubting feelings and the self-blocks that you keep putting up for yourself. The reason you got my ice card is why you're going through all of this right now is because you're chipping your way through that wall finally. You're finally taking down those defenses. You're finally taking down that wall that protected us and kept us safe. Now we're really ready to see the light come in and shine into our world. So we're taking the axe, we're taking the hammer, we're taking the little thing out there, and we're pounding out that barrier that kept us in the way of us moving forward. So that's what this has all been about, is breaking through that barrier to propel us forward by having us see the image of who we truly are and taking back control of our lives the way we want to live it by learning the lesson that the universe has been teaching us to move it and use it in our own lives so we can break through the barriers. I hope that's 5-year-old enough for you. Yeah. And that's basically what it's saying, you know. You're optimistic but nervous. Yeah, that's incredibly valid to feel. And this kind of validates that too. That's you breaking down those barriers. That barrier between whether you can do it or not do it is a barrier, whether you realize it or not. And as you see fit, and you did get God cards today. Now I have to warn you, Zach. God cards are the most extremely powerful messages I ever get for anybody here. You do not have to see these cards because it's your first reading with me, but they are definitely messages from your higher power trying to give you advice and or an answer to a question you've been asking yourself recently. They came with a straightforward answer for you in a physical, mental, and spiritual way of how to help you right now. If you would like to see that answer, let me know. If you don't want to see that answer, it's okay. I kind of thought that's what you would say. So, in a physical way, what should you do now? It is time for you to take an unseen path. For me to explain this path, I have to explain 2 different paths to you. First, the easy path. It's all about you taking one step at a time, reaching those small goals to meet the next goal, to meet the next goal, to meet the next goal, until you reach that final goal. And that is what it's all about. But you have to be the hard path as well, which is being very honey badger about it, going after it with all of your heart, knowing that you have to get to the end of this goal or dream as quickly as you can. So you combine both of those paths together and you get through the one path that I want to tell you about, the unseen path. The unseen path is a combination of both those paths, yes, but it requires you to do one very special thing, Zach. And I think you'll appreciate this. It's time to cut through the bullshit of what everybody else tells you and start to say, I'm going to do this instead of that. You know, it's time to take that unseen path and cut through the bullshit of what keeps stopping you from getting to the end of your dreams. And that doubt is that thing. You have to cut through it like butter pheasantly. All right. And then mentally, what do you need to do? It's time to stop swimming around your issues and swim through your issues. Come up for that joyful breath of life air in your lungs and find the joy in your life once again. Live for the happy, live for the joy. My wife is a very stubborn woman. And whenever someone gets my wife's card, you too can be kind of stubborn at times. But you are willing to swim through these problems just at your own pace. So know that you are swimming around with your pod or somewhere soon to be your family in that ER room will become like a family to you. You will do things with that family you never thought you could do. And remind yourself that love is right on the cusp of that, because you will find the true love within yourself and maybe even that special someone along the way. But you have to get your mental shit in order and stop swimming around the problems and swim through the problems. Physically, mentally, and now spiritually, it is time to temper yourself into the shape you want yourself to be. What kind of tools do you need going forward? Do you need a shield that protects you, a sword that defends you, a cup that gets filled or emptied when you choose it to be, or do you need to be the fan that controls the ebbs and flows of your own life? There you go. And now we have to make the right tools to make this a solid family. You will need things to protect yourself in that room. You're going to have a certain mindset when you go into that ER. You're going to be helping little whiny bitches like this who come into the reading room and try to tell you, I like what you do, but still whine about everything. Okay. And then you're going to have to deal with the other things where you're going to have to cut through their bullshit and tell them, you have to stay in this bed. If you get out of this bed, even though there's an alarm going off telling us you're doing that, because it's not safe for you to do that right now. We've got you on medication or something. You're going to have to tell people when they have to do stuff they don't necessarily want to do. You're going to have to fill their cup and empty their cup. You're going to have to go out there and remind yourself how to fill their cup and not empty your own at the same time, giving that equal balance. And when you need to do it, take that stand and say, listen here, I'm the nurse here, you're the patient. I'm telling you what will help you the best right now. Be compassionate and kind about it like you were with me, but still at the same time. So that's what your gods have to tell you today, something to remind you that you needed to hear these three things. So that is your reading, Zach. Did I 5-year-old it enough for you? Too accurate. Okay, well, that's usually how it works here. And I've only met you once. Good, I'm glad. That's what I'm here to do, is to help you guys on your path, to answer some questions you might have. And I think I answered all of yours today, Zach. Thank you for being here. And thank you for the care. I'm doing well with my recovery. My toe is healing well. I'm keeping it clean. I'm keeping it nice and wrapped. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to. I finished my antibiotics now. So now I'm just getting, waiting for those moments where they tell me the stitches can come out. That's it. And I'm going to see my primary doctor next week, in the first of the month, to check up on all of that. So let you know that I'm doing great. Just wanted to let you know. Thank you for your wonderful service. That whole experience was a magical one for me. From you to the end of my region, I couldn't stop helping people. I just can't turn this shit off sometimes. I swear. Zach, it's always good to see you here. I wish you well along your way. I know you're going to do a great job in there. Stay strong, brother. I believe in you. I know you can do this. I know you can do this. Never, ever not believe it, because I so see your light. Shine bright, my brother. Shine bright. All right. Now, Stephanie, on to your question. Stephanie the Witch to the reading room. Stephanie the Witch to the reading room. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Great cards. 5 and 30. She already had everything ready for us. All right, and that is 7. So let me clear these cards off for you. Get them all in the right spot. And what was your question again? Because I forgot. And there's too many things to go look up at. What was your question again? I'm sorry. I get into my readings and then I forget. Okay. Well, here is your 8 shuffles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You got 2 extra cards too. 7 and 8. All right, and the 8th card is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the 8th card is your verification card. Is that? All right, and clearing these cards off to tell you what you should share with Luke. And I got some extra advice from your gods too, as well, on this answer. All right, they're saying this is the spot for you, babes. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I didn't think you were going to get a God card here, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the 10th card, which makes 30. What should we share with Luke? And your verification card is intellect, Ace of Swords. So when we see the Ace of Swords as an intellect, there's something more intellectually stimulating that this person needs with Luke. And I guess what I think is needed is more information to see what is behind some of your thoughts, is what I think they're trying to say here. So being a little bit more descriptive when you're telling him things and giving him more of the details that necessarily you don't think are important, but are important. Whenever I see the intellect, the Ace of Swords, it means I'm ready for the fight. I'm ready for the war ahead. So whatever I have to cut through in order to get through, that's what I will do. I will cut through the bullshit. This is basically you picking up the sword and saying, we need to cut through the bullshit and get to the actual facts here. So with that said, here is your reading. What do you need to start to share with Zach? First of all, you need to share with Zach that we both have to trust each other. We both have to take a leap of faith here. We both have risk in this. We both have a heart in this. We both have a soul in this. But we have to jump together. We have to take this leap together, where we are going to trust that our relationship, whatever it may be right now, whether it changes or grows or dissolves, is always the best thing to be when you're talking with it. What you talk about, Luke, with? About embracing that moment where we got to start to trust ourselves. Trusting is one part of it, but we also have to accept ourselves for who we are. Each other has to accept each other for the light and the dark. So what should you share with him? What you are ready to accept within yourself. Anything you are ready to accept within yourself and share for yourself. So if I'm ready to share my anxieties, fears, and doubts with you, then I'm ready to do that. I share those things because I feel like I'm accepted by you to do so. Sometimes I throw you a little bit of a line there, and I give you a nice little treat on the end of the line to hook you so that you will do the same with me. Learning how to accept one another for who we really are. And last but not least on this crazy train of love, it's time to let this pressure build up. You guys have been letting this pressure build up for a long ass time. Isn't it time you blow your top off? Just go for it and give it your all. You might destroy one world to create a new world, but together is the point. We need to both be able to be at the same place at the same time. We both need to be ready to pave this new world together as one. How do we do that? On the path together. Those are the things you need to talk about. And the last and final reason why this is all happening, Stephanie, is because you both want to change. You both want to change. Death never means death. It always means moving to another thing. You're leaving one behind to accept a new one. So if your current status is ending and a new one is beginning, let's say he's thinking about marriage or girlfriend, boyfriend, or whatever the next step is in your relationship is, if we're already beginning to think that way, well, thank you, Zach, for the tip today. And we're moving out of that old life. We have to mourn the loss of that old life first before we can move on to a new one. Okay? So that's what we have to understand that we will do here. So that's what we have to acknowledge, that this part of our relationship is ending to begin a brand new one. We are letting the crap die. We're letting the hurt feelings go bye-bye. We're letting all of the anxieties and depressions go bye-bye. We're finally ready to move on to a brand new world, because you know what happens after death? Rebirth. Rebirth comes after death, and then comes life once again. So enjoy your rebirthing moment while you rebirth together as that team. I think that things are going to go well with you, but that's usually what you should share with him. And then your God cards come to say, in two different worlds here, that what you need to understand right now, 2-card God reading for you that fell out during your verification, right? And you got the 8 of disc reversed, which is skill. That means there's some skill that you're not applying, that you have available to you, that you're not applying to this situation. You're protecting yourself behind a barrier because you're afraid to break through that barrier and show some of the stuff that might not be so happy, But you have to understand that a part of that skill, you have to explain that to people, and you have that ability to explain it to him in that way. But you also have to remind yourself that there are restrictions in the way, that there are things that kind of get in the way of things, and we have to learn how to overcome those restrictions together as one. So both needing to improve our skill set and apply those skill sets to one another, our communication skills, our sharing skills, all of those skills we need to readdress. And also, whatever restrictions are getting us in our way, we need to find a way to get through them together. So that's your reading for today. And he gave it to my Cash App too, which is awesome. So that's your reading for today, Zach. Stephanie, sorry. Brain fart. From the feeling I'm getting from him, though, I think all he really wants is more communication and a little bit more insight to what's going on inside. I think he's ready for the darker stuff to be shared. What are the not so happy things that you went through that I need to understand to be a part of this couple? What are your triggers? What are the things that set you off? Stuff like that. And it's just a basic learning about one another, communication stuff. And I think you guys got this. I really do. It's just a matter of taking the time and doing the work that you as a couple need to do. And you know what I've always told you, or anybody, the 6 keys that will help any and all marriages or relationships. You got to have each other's back, but you got to be your own separate person at the same time. You got to be that team first, then you got to be the separate people, support people, each other, support one another. Then you got to have that open, honest communication, including the dark, icky stuff we all don't like to share. Then you have to remind yourself that there has to be equal love in return, equal amounts of love being shared between 2 equal people. And then also understanding yourself and knowing that you have to remind yourself that you have a power stronger than anything on this earth. There's something more powerful than you guiding you right now. And the 6th and final thing is just believe. Believe and trust in it, because that is what you need to do, is love and trust. I'm glad you think up the best. I try my best every day. I care for you guys and try to give you the readings that will move you, shake you in the right directions. Guys, I'm about had it for today. I want to have this little butt I found on the ground that I can smoke today. Now I've got $20 I can pay the store back with, but I don't have enough money to go get anything. Maybe I'll use that $20 for other things today. What can I use it Anyway, guys, I really want to say thank you very much. We're going to start searching for our raid today because I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it's time to do that. All right. Let's go to someone different today. Okay, we're going here. We're going to go to one of my favorite tarot readers out there. His name is Guidance. He's an excellent tarot reader. I hope that he can help you where I couldn't help you today. So anyone out there, I appreciate you all so much for being here today. And this is where we're going to go if he allows me to go there. Otherwise, we'll find somebody else. So let's see if he allows me to go there. If he doesn't, then we'll go somewhere else. Okay, I guess I can't read him today, so we'll go somewhere else. Ooh, she just started. Let's go bug her. All right, we'll go bug somebody else. We're going to go to Lyra and just say hi real quick and let her do the thing she needs to do today. And then I'm going to get out of here for today, guys. I haven't rated her in a bit. She just started her stream. Why the hell not? Why am I not... Oh. Alright, guys, I'm out of here. I'll see you tomorrow. Let's play some... Oh, what song do I want to leave you with? Alright, I love you guys. See you later.
One day I open up my eyes and I hope that I can finally see the sky. And even though my day is begun, I can always say this with the voice of all the hope I have left in me. I just want you to see, I just want to be a part of. I know the days we're gonna start of. I see you'll be a part of.